After splitting the first two games of the Eastern Conference Finals in Pittsburgh, the Ottawa Senators were back on the ice in Carter for Game 3 Wednesday night. And the Canadian Tire Centre was certainly the place to be Wednesday, as Ottawa fans decked themselves out with face paint and colourful regalia to cheer on the hometown heroes. The pre-game spectacle also featured one of the city's other on-ice superstars, world curling champion Rachel Homer. Canadian and world champion curling skipper Homer 89 in Ottawa for tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game supporting the home team. #SensPIC.twitter.com/3ZEFPShatDV_Hero. Perhaps the presence of a global champ subconsciously galvanized the Senators, because it didn't take long at all, 48 seconds, to be precise, for the team to open the scoring. Mike Hoffman, deciding that shooting from in front of the net is such a cliché, banked a shot off of the pads of Penguins netminder Marc-Andre Fleury into the back of the Pittsburgh net. Just like that, it was 1-0. Ottawa Senators Mike Hoffman opening goal, 48 seconds after the puck drop in Game 3 against the Penguins. Call out news. Stanley Cup PIC.twitter.com/WOIF0GSQWC at call out use. If you decided that was a good time to go get a couple egg rolls, well, hopefully they were exceptionally delicious. Because you probably would have missed a furious 138-second span in which the Sens tacked on 3 more goals, courtesy Mark Method, Derek Brassard and Zach Smith. Suddenly, the score was 4-0. The flurry of offense had Ottawa City Councillor Scott Moffat likely preparing a motion to declare Pittsburgh not a very good hockey squad. I know the Senators game started at 8 p.m. tonight, but what time does the Penguins game start? Scott Moffat 21. The narrative after Game 2 was that the Senators' defensive-minded 1-3-1 play in the neutral zone was a bore to watch. Twitter certainly had a lot to say about that line of thinking after the 4 goals, including the folks who run the team's own account. The boring Ottawa Senators lead 4-0 in the first period. ally @Senators. Meanwhile, in the corners of the internet where Pittsburgh Penguins fans gather, live feed of Penguins game pic.twitter.com/UDK5DHGQM at Bristol. Pittsburgh pulled itself together after the Sens' opening period onslaught, relieving Fleury of his duties and sending in Matt Murray in his stead. That move seemed to help keep the Senators off the scoreboard for most of the second. Problem was, the Penguins couldn't figure out how to get onto it. 1-3-1 chant coming up from the crowd. First time I've heard that one. At Segi Sports, with approximately 2 minutes left in the second, Kyle Turris made it 5-0 for the home team, with a nifty little deck that got the best of Murray. Turris scores. Sens up 5-0. #pic.twitter.com/NC406ZDWQ at Hiashai. Heading into the third, the only real questions were how many goals the Senators would score, and whether Craig Anderson would maintain the shutout. Turns out he would not. Sidney Crosby got one back for Pittsburgh, tipping a Phil Kessel shot home for his first goal of the series. But it was too little, too late. The horn would blow, and Ottawa would come away with a decisive 5-1 win over the Penguins and, more importantly, a 2-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Final. For Senators fans, the night was pretty much perfect. Look at how happy he is. #Stanley Cup #Sens #Pens pic.twitter.com/Kfmesmgi at K loves Red Wings. Game 4 takes place at the Canadian Tire Centre on Friday.